He's going viral again. Can you believe it? Hasan did more damage to himself a couple of times, actually 2 big times. We're going to go over it. But I have to agree with this post here. If Hasan looked like this, no one would listen to what he says. A lot of truth there. Now, in case you don't know, I'm pretty sure Hasan got hair plugs. And this is probably what he would have looked like if he didn't get them. Now, a lot of people are saying, counterpoint, what about Destiny? Okay, fair, but let's be a little real for a second. Destiny, I don't like him. However, there is some intelligence in that head of his. Hasan is an idiot. I never see him really debunk anybody that he's talking about or going after. It's usually just insults or that person's dumb. It's never him breaking down their arguments and countering them. It's just him insulting people. So if he wasn't good looking and muscular, I don't think he would have any fame. That's all he really has. He's kind of like an ethos. He's a male ethos, really, if you break it down. But let's get into some of the things that happened to him. So the biggest one is him trying to tell people that he's rich or that he came from nothing, which is a complete lie. Let's listen to this a little bit, and then we'll go into the community note.
Bullshit goes both ways. If you're wealthy and you critique capitalism, you're a hypocrite. If you're poor and you critique capitalism, you're jealous. Americans are so fucking cuck sometimes. Exactly. I mean, I've seen both, for the record, because I was dead broke and was critiquing capitalism, and then people would be like, yeah, because you're a fucking loser. And now that I have money and I still do it, people are like, well,
the reason they're saying well is because now that you have the bag, you should be giving it away. I think Hasan Piker probably makes from $60,000 to $200,000 a month, right? A lot of money. And I'm not joking. Like it's a lot of money that he makes monthly. But you claim you're socialist and all this stuff. I would say he's pushing more communism than anything. But the point that they're making there is that you should be giving away that money. Where's Hasan's food bank that he runs and pays for himself? Like he should be stocking that food bank with plenty, like most of his money should go to feeding the homeless. But no, what does he do? He gets a Porsche. Now, I know when you lease a Porsche, you do give a lot of money to a dealership or the company. That doesn't count as socialism, Hasan. I'm sorry. You should be giving away your bag. But you're not going to do that, are you? That's the point they're making when you say, now that I got my bag, it's because you don't put your money where your mouth is. You're a fake socialist. You're really a capitalist, to be honest. But
hypocrite much? I didn't change. And it's always so strange. Obviously, this is like personal for me for many different reasons because this is my life's fucking work.
Being a fake, I agree. Your life's work is a fake socialist. But anyway, Hasan is lying. You just go right here.
When you grow up affluent, as I did, right?
Boom. By the way, his father isn't a billionaire. He really has $99.999 million. So he's not technically a billionaire. Please. And there was some other stuff in there. Father was on the board of a $4 billion company. Mom is a commercial landlord, hired by his uncle's network right out of college. The dude has never known a hard day in his life. He's always known money. I love community notes. This is great. This is fantastic. I love that this thing got noted here. Him trying to now change the record that he was broke is really funny. But the reason that people are after you for saying, "Oh, you got a bag, huh?" and talking about how you're rich, but talk about socialist things, it's because you should be practicing what you preach. You should be giving away your bag. And you don't do that. I would be willing to bet he's barely ever donated money to anything. And even if he has, it's not enough. It should be like 90% of his income should be going to charity or something like that. But none of those people do that. Pokimane, all these big LA streamers that spew that shit, none of them practice what they preach. Pokimane saying, yeah, we got to take down the rich. Well, what are you doing with your millions of dollars, bitch? You should be giving that away. So, this was the funny one. The worst thing is this. And I was trying to find the clip. We'll just go off of Asmon Gold's video here. This is wild. You have a refugee. This woman fled Vietnam. Okay. She's a Vietnamese refugee. And she talks about how terrible that experience was. And what does Hasan Piker do? He cusses her out. Like, this is the intellectual power of Hasan Piker. Just getting triggered when somebody talks about communism and how bad it is, he flips out. And he just insults this poor woman who has had real hardship, something he's never known. He's never known that. Like the hardship for Hasan Piker for his life is pretty much like it's hard to clean a shoe off. Maybe he'll be inconvenienced by not having that shoe for a couple of days, or he'll just have to go buy new ones. That's an inconvenience to Hasan. This lady she was inconvenienced by torture and extreme poverty and things like that. But she's the piece of shit, according to Hasan Piker.
Gets mad at a Vietnamese refugee and yells at her to go back to where she came from.
Yep, that's real.
Okay, let's hear it.
Wait a second. Quick note for YouTube. The following clip contains racist language I do not support. Nope. I'm showing it for the purpose of criticism and education, to call it out and explain why it's harmful.
Thank you, Hasan. Thank you, Asmon Gold's editor.
Refugee, we have endured suffering under the communist regime, and we believe that...
Now, I want you to see that reaction, because that reaction says it all. So he's just sitting here. By the way, this is a massive part of Hasan's content, eating. Okay, eating, leaving an empty chair. It's hard-hitting reaction content. But look at that. So she talks about the communist regime. He's eating and gets fed up. Like he's mad. Oh, shit. She's talking about how bad communism is. Better correct it. And this is how he corrects it.
Under the communist regime, and we believe that...
Okay, fuck you, dude. I mean, seriously, fuck you, old lady.
Why are you getting offended? She's saying that communism is... Everybody knows this.
Shut the fuck up, you stupid...
It's like you would think that they insulted, like, his mother or something.
Yeah. True, yeah, you would think that. You would think that. But his job is to shill this shit.
Fucking...
But anyway, let's get into this. So watch this. This is his response. We're just going to back it up a little bit. Here's how this is his defense of not capitalism, of communism. This is his defense. Listen to this intellectual powerhouse here that is Hasan Piker. Truly an intellectual for our time here.
Idiotic old lady.
Yes.
With your
Idiot.
stupid flipping gamer headset. Who is...
Gamer headset.
Flipping you harder. America or flipping Ho Chi Minh? Suck my dick, old lady. God damn, dude. Yo, fuck this refugee, okay? Seriously.
She's South Vietnamese, which is an ally of the U.S. during the Vietnam War. He hates the U.S., so she is his enemy.
Yo, flipping this refugee, okay? Seriously. Flipping this South Vietnamese motherfucking whatever, like Christian supremacist psychotic flipping
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
refugee living in America now and able to talk that shit. Why don't you go back and live in South Vietnam in the same conditions? If that's your...
Well, why would she want to do that?
Where you came from. Wow. So let's break that down. Here is how he broke down, she's telling you it's terrible there. Living under communism sucked. His response, instead of saying why communism is great, instead it's suck me, go back to Vietnam, shut up, old lady. Shut up, old lady. F you, old lady. That's his argument there. What an intellectual powerhouse. I, for one, am just knocked back at the genius of Hasan Piker. Truly, truly a top intellectual right here.
If she doesn't like communism, she should go back to a country? Wait, so if she likes capitalism and she likes the U.S., she should have to go back to... I don't even understand the logic here. It doesn't even make sense.
Me neither. Like most of Hasan's takes. Don't understand the logic. But don't worry. He's going to talk more about how virtuous he is, how amazing he is. He's going to talk about how he's declined big bags. Like, he doesn't take no sponsor. I don't take no corporate money. But yet, he takes sponsorships for video games.
Gambling is
Gotcha games, by the way.
Has such a corrosive influence, and yet for some reason there is no restraint on this side, none whatsoever, and it's basically left up to the individual. And I say this as someone who is also operating a media company, I guess, if you want to call it that, and like, there have been so many opportunities for me to just make a fuck ton of money.
Well, you take that
I
money.
have just personally refused to do so. But why the fuck would anybody else? Why the fuck would anybody else turn down millions of dollars in ad funding from one of these companies?
But it isn't just major.
And the more pervasive this stuff becomes, the more normalized it becomes, and the less there is an incentive to even say no to it, because at a certain point, even your audience is not going to look at you weird if you do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. That's it. Dude, this is awesome. Look. I just talked about how I turned down $1 million in a sponsorship for Poly Market, right?
I'd need to see the receipt on that. Him turning down $1 million, by the way. I don't believe that at all.
This guy goes, you did take that one gotcha game sponsorship. Like, this is what I mean.
Oh, he's pointing out that you're a hypocrite. Now let's see him debunk him being a hypocrite here.
This is also what I mean. 57-month subscriber. You're right, dude. I'm actually a hypocrite. I'm actually pumping fucking advertising for gambling. Why the fuck do I need LSF when I got literally my own fucking 57-month subscribers in here doing this exact same shit? Yes, I do take video game sponsorships. Doing marketing doesn't mean you promote gambling. No, if I did marketing or promotion for a direct gambling company, yes, it would mean that I'm promoting gambling. This is true. I do not.
Truly a true intellectual man here. It's one of the best out there. Hasan's upset about CollarGate, by the way, still going on. There was another clip that I was going to play of that. CollarGate's never going away. This Hasan dog meme thing is never going to stop. It's going to go on forever. And like Asmund Gold says here in his video, that is Hasan Piker's legacy. It truly is. And it's never going to go away. And he melts down about this all the time in his streams. There's about 4 or 5 clips up right now on the people who share his stuff on social media where he's getting mad at people in his chat for bringing it up. Calls them all idiots that believe conspiracies. That's what he's going with. And to his credit, it's kind of worked. All of the brain-rotted people that follow Hasan, they all bought it. So even though they saw the dog collar, they all now say there was no dog collar. It's wild. Wild. What happens to him if Twitch does go under? And I think Twitch does go under. I give Twitch 1 to 2 more years, and then I think Twitch is done. It'll probably be sold to somebody else, and, you know, that'll be it. I think Kick and YouTube are doing great jobs shutting down Twitch. You never really hear about Twitch that much anymore. And there's interesting clips out there. I was watching one about, what's his name, Ice Poseidon, talking about how Twitch management encouraged him to be more leftist, to talk more about leftist politics, and really tried to push him in that direction. And then, oh, well, he's not on the platform anymore. I wonder why. Did he not want to do as much of that for them anymore? Twitch is a leftist machine now. It's a leftist ideologue platform, and it's also a PG-13 chatterbait. So hook all these dudes up with their softcore women like Pokimane who occasionally bend down and show you their butt with pants on, and then they talk about leftism and how great it is, and then they pull in a lot of these dudes. It's wild, man. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.